So Snake, the Pepsi Challenger was the first car to go 250 miles an hour in the quarter mile. Tell me about that milestone.
Well, it was a big deal at the time, and we were running around 240, 242, 245. But boy, I lined up against the Blue Max at the Cajun Nationals and laid the 250 down. So it was really a milestone. I know that Blue Max, Raymond Beal and them, they wanted to do it first, but of course, fortunately we did it, and still got the car here.
What was it about the Pepsi Challenger that made it such a dominant car?
Well, what made it such a dominant car, the Pepsi Challenger, was that the '82 Pontiac body style, the Trans Am, was a really smooth car. We did a lot of work. The car was let's call it a factory car. We raced for Pontiac, and we were able to use the wind tunnel, and that was a huge help. We took the bumps out of the front fenders and smoothed all the front end of the car out and the back of the car. So aero-wise, it was the best package out at the drag races at the time.
So in Indy in 1982, you ran 573, but then you came back and you ran 563. Tell me about, it's been considered the greatest funny car pass in NHRA history. Tell me about your feelings about running that number and what it meant to you.
Well, it was a huge number. Running 563 at the U.S. Nationals, it's the race that we all wanted to win. All the guys, today, everybody wants to win the U.S. Nationals. And we roll in there with the Pepsi Challenger car and came off the trailer in the low 570s. And to do that was huge. We'd come on to something, actually. Bob Brandon and myself, a few weeks before, at a match race up north in Seattle area, and came down to U.S. Nationals knowing that the car was going to really fly. But to be honest with you, we didn't know it was going to be quite that quick. And it did run a 563. And I think I stated at the time on television that if I hadn't have been there myself to see it, done it myself, I don't know if I would have believed it. But I was quoted that on television that it was because it was one of the greatest runs ever.
Funny cars are inherently difficult to drive compared to dragsters and some of the other cars. How difficult was the Pepsi Challenger and other funny cars of that era to control down the quarter mile?
Well, the Pepsi Challenger car was a car that really handled well, because to run those kind of numbers, to run 250 and run a 563, it had to handle good. And we were fortunate once again because of the aero on the car, the aero work and the wind tunnel. We were able to get the car where it really handled good, and it wasn't trying to lift and scoot around on the track. So this was one of the best handling cars I ever had.
You've driven a lot of significant cars in your career, the Army cars, the Skoal cars, Pepsi Challenger, obviously. Where does the Pepsi Challenger rank among your favorites of all the cars you've driven?
Well, the Pepsi car ranks right up there, and that's one of the reasons I still have the car, because I've tried to keep each and every one of my cars that had really done something special. We have the number one car over here in '78 that we won with the Army car. We won with that car, so I kept that car. This Pepsi car, I kept the car for a while. Got someone else came along and got it from me, and then did some things with it, and so I finally got it back and restored it right back in its original condition. But fortunately, I had the same engine. I have, it's got the same front end, same everything on it. It's just shaped up with a new paint job, but all the tin work in the car, done by Jim Hume, it's all original. It's the car.
And obviously, you're bringing the Pepsi Challenger to Mecum this year. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I'm excited about going to Mecum. I've never been there before. Matter of fact, I've never had one of my funny cars go through an auction, and I just want to try it. I really like the process. I like the people. It's a lot of fun, and I just would like to run one of my cars through there.